Hey everybody, welcome back to Mama's Odi Tarot. So we are continuing with the industry plan series. Yes, I tried not to make the bell too loud that time. But we're going to do Bobbi Althoff. I think that's how you pronounce her name. Because she definitely came out of nowhere. She's a podcaster and an influencer, but she kind of like had that awkward, weird thing about her on her podcast where she would just like stare at the person, and she had that dry, deadpan kind of like awkward comedic thing going on with her podcast, the Really Good Podcast it was called. Yeah, but she had like this deadpan thing, and she had a lot of, viral moments from all of that satirical stuff she was doing. But from there, it kind of seemed like she was getting all these different cool, outrageous people that, like, it would be like, how did you even get them on your podcast, And then on top of that, she's hanging out with Ari, which is Moneybag Yo, and G Herbo's child's mother, and she's like with all these different celebs and influencers. She's like in the loop, hanging with everyone. So, the question came up, is she an industry plant? People want to know. The people want to know, is she an industry plant? Okay. I did see that her podcast ended. She ended her podcast a few days ago, so we'll have to look into that and see why that was the case and everything. But first, let's just start off with the obvious. The first question, is she a plant? Is it orchestrated for her to just pop on into the scene? I know they said she started off as like a TikTok mom influencer, but she doesn't even do that anymore. They said that page was like private and it has like 1 million followers and she don't use it. So yeah, let's just see. Right, is the girl an industry plant? Okay, yes. It's so funny because it says spotted reputation, going bad, rotten idea, not ready to get started, plans aren't fully formed. So she might have tried before previously, maybe the TikTok influencer thing was like supposed to be her first blowing up on the scene, but it's something about her reputation being spotted, possibly, I don't know, due to her divorce. I know she did say something about that. And that, her podcast did kind of gain popularity after her leaving her marriage and things like that. But I am seeing that, yeah, she got this golden opportunity that came ahead, and they were like, listen, you want to work with us? You can eat at this table. It's going to be great. Okay. It says the best medicine, getting the real scoop. Golden opportunity, clouds lifted, clear skies. Stoke your passion, heart's desire, blooming. Trust your feelings, fulfill your heart's desire, and brilliant idea, clear path, bright future ahead. So, she was ready to go out on her own and do this. She knew that this was going to be a great idea. Whoever it was, they were like, we got the perfect opportunity for you. It's going to be beautiful. You're going to love it and you'll enjoy it. The typical spiel. This is going to be great for you in your career and your life. And, it's all going to be good. And, yeah, she definitely was orchestrated to put in our in our eyes. But let's see about this spotted reputation and everything. Because I know that, she got this golden opportunity, but this only came after her gaining some sort of spotted reputation. So let's see what this spotted reputation was. And this not getting ready, plans not fully formed. So what is this spotted reputation? Spotted reputation. Alright, what is this spotted reputation? Death card coming out sideways. So yeah, some sort of ending or transformation that needed to happen. Give me more on this. The Empress in reverse, as well as the Page of Cups in reverse. Okay. So she felt like, not being married anymore or putting an end to this relationship would definitely, her reputation as a mother was going to be spotted with this Empress card. She wasn't going to be viewed in a positive light with this Page of Cups in reverse because she took some sort of offer. Okay, she made some sort of childish decision. That's what it gives. Alright, she made a childish decision and she took some sort of offer, and 4 cups. Listen, she rejected her husband for some reason, or the Fool for somebody else, for a new beginning, a new man. She decided that being married and being a wife and being all of this stuff was not the way that she wanted to be anymore. Okay, she no longer wanted to be married. She no longer wanted to be a wife. She wanted to be single, and doing what she wanted to do. But with this Empress in reverse, there was some infidelity. There was some cheating for sure. We're not on cap there. There was definitely some cheating that happened on her part, and yeah, her stepping outside of her marriage, and this man feeling like he had some sort of safe space for her, but obviously feeling sad and rejected and hurt after whatever it is that she had done. And yeah, she just wanted a new beginning. She wanted to start over, so she chose to step outside of her marriage. But she knew that was going to cause her to have some sort of spotted reputation, because she chose to no longer want to be the wife and mother that she was supposed to be. So yeah, that's interesting. Not ready to get started. Plans aren't fully formed. So tell me about this. What was it about her not being ready to get started? Oh, that's too many. But I'll take these. The Lovers, the Page of Wands, and the Three of Cups coming out sideways here. So yeah, it's the cheating. Not ready to get started. Plans aren't fully formed. So yeah, she gets around. Oh my God, I hate to say it, but she definitely gets around. Okay, and even though she was trying to change the decision that her husband wanted to make as far as this relationship with this Page of Wands here, she was kind of like, maybe we can start over, take baby steps, see if we can figure this out and stay together, and continue to be together and be happy and move on. But he was just like, yeah, nah, that's not happening. That's not happening. But yeah, she definitely cheated, stepped outside of her marriage and went with somebody else and started something else elsewhere. Okay, but her plans might have not been fully formed. She didn't know exactly what it was going to come of it, but she definitely didn't protect her relationship or her marriage with the Seven of Swords coming out in reverse. This is crazy. Yeah. Wow. So she's a secret. I don't know why that song just came to my head, but she definitely stepped outside of her relationship, and she's definitely an industry plant. And the reason why she was worried about how she was gonna, her reputation and how she was gonna be received, was because of what she had done. So tell me more about this Lovers. What is this? Let me pull them back out. I want to know. I'm nosy. I want the tea on this. The Lovers, the Page of Wands, and the Three of Cups. Jezebel, self-love, both coming out in reverse. So she don't really love herself, and she ends up in these situations, Jezebel situations, where she's sleeping around. Yeah, she stepped outside of her marriage. Look at it. Commitment and Jezebel. She has a commitment to being a Jezebel. She can't stop being a Jezebel. She can't stop getting around, and she definitely stepped outside of her marriage. And I'll keep looking at this Jezebel on the bottom of the deck. Courthouse, opposition in reverse. Yeah, commitment in reverse, jealousy and envy, lust, protection in reverse, third party situation. That's exactly what I said. She was a Jezebel who got married, and unfortunately she has a lot of wounds, inner wounds that she hasn't dealt with, and she stepped, like I said, she chose to damage her reputation and damage her marriage and step outside of her commitment, and yeah, that created a lot of animosity within her relationship. Okay, that she did not protect her marriage, and that she was putting him in a third party situation. Okay, and that he no longer wanted to work on this. All right, that this could no longer be worked on, even though she was trying to see if there was a way that they could move on from the situation, because she left this man with no protection. All right, that she didn't protect their union and their marriage and put him in a third party situation. He didn't want anything to do with her. So how was he feeling towards her now and her whole success? He don't want to see her ascending. He feel like she's false, she's fake. Yeah, this is false. She didn't get this justly. This is not somebody that we could trust. She's a liar. She's not somebody that could be trusted. He's hoping for her downfall. I ain't gonna hold you. He's praying that things don't go in her favor. That the cards do not be in her favor. That things don't work out for her. He don't want to see her ascending and doing better and doing well. Yeah, it's a lot of conflicts, argument, issues between them. He's literally praying on her downfall. I don't know if this would be justified, but they definitely have a lot of conflict right now. I don't know if this is about their children, because they do have children together. Yeah, I'm seeing imprisonment and distant future in reverse. Oh boy, so he's looking for her to be stuck. He's looking for her to, go through some things because of what he's had to go through, because of the pain and sorrow that he's had. So he's trying to see her, he wants his karma exacted. Yeah, he wants her mentally and emotionally unstable. He wants her to feel the way that he felt. Okay, I understand what it's like to have your heart broken and be snot nosed and crying and all of that stuff. That's what he wants for her. He wants chaos and destruction for her. And I tell you, he's praying on it with his faith in reverse. He's hoping and praying that this shit works out in his favor. But now I'm actually wondering about him. Like, did he step out of this relationship as well? Did he step out of this relationship? Because you never know. Because what would make Bobbi even do this? Did she just want to? Like I said, she has a problem. She has certain childhood wounds that she hasn't dealt with. She likes to sleep around, so that's something with her having a lot of new lovers. She's looking to heal something that she has to heal within herself, but she's looking for love in all the wrong places and other people. But did the ex-husband, did he step out of the marriage first? I see rising to the challenge, floating on air, advance, valuable experience, worth your time, profit, and then uplift your spirit, easy to do light work. So yeah, so he did. So there really was not even really any love here, because we got 3 yes cards. So he definitely stepped outside the marriage and was doing what he wanted to do, because he felt like he's the money man. I'm the dude with money, so I make the decisions and the choices, and he had no problem rising to whatever this challenge is. He was happy to do that. All right, he was going with what fulfilled his heart, what made him happy. Okay, so she did this as a retaliation. Yes, yeah. Glowing results, clarity, seeing the whole picture. So she just got tired of the whole situation, right? Of her being stepped out on and cheated on as well, and she wanted to get out of this relationship because she saw that there was no love there was no happiness there neither, and that they were both lustful, and there was no love in this marriage. Okay, it was based on lust. And they didn't belong together. They were putting each other in third-party situations, and it just wasn't good. Now he, doesn't want to see any happiness for her, so we know that. How is she feeling towards him then? How's she feeling towards the ex-husband? I'm hearing guard. She got her guard up. Yeah, she don't even want to see him. She don't want to be around him with travel coming out in reverse. She's not even trying to be near him or see him. She has her guard up when it comes to this man. She is trying to, stay away from him. I'm seeing pathway, yeah, and rich girl. She's focusing on her future. It's so funny. She don't even want to see him happy again. She don't ever want to see him move forward. Just the same way that he don't want to see her happy, she don't want to see him move forward neither. She don't want to be around him, but she also don't want him being a part of this new life that she has, being a part of this new future, right? This pathway and rich girl. He don't want her having any parts of the new life that she's living and who she is now. She don't want him trying to damage her, her lifestyle with this single, sexy, and successful in reverse. She's not trying to go back towards the past or have anything to do with this man anymore. So that's what I would say as far as, the energy about how she feels towards him. Anything else about how she feels towards him? Soulmate in reverse, yeah. Listen. Boss in reverse. She like that broke, busted, disgusted bum. I don't care about him. He think just because he got money he could take advantage of me or use me or whatever. She's like, I don't care. She like, I found me a new opportunity, something that can make me money, so that way I don't have to keep staying in a loveless, lustful marriage with somebody who, I know is not my soulmate and doesn't really truly, align with me and I'm not happy being with. So she just decided, to get the hell away from that. Okay, like and she's actually like, that shouldn't even come as a shock or a surprise to him. Like, he shouldn't be shocked or surprised. He kind of should have known that this was coming with the way that he was treating her, because we got awakening, surprise, and family coming out in reverse. She's like, she shouldn't be surprised that she chose her happiness and her bliss over this family where there's no love and no happiness. All right, so let's see about the conversation that was happening. Like, how did she even come into an opportunity like this to even be out here being some sort of plant? Like, I just kind of want to know, like, because we know that she got this golden opportunity. Was this through a friend? Was this through like just being around the right people? Like, how did she come into an opportunity like this in the first place? How did she come into an opportunity like this in the first place? 3 of Wands. Okay, yeah. So she kind of like found somebody that she knew that could help her get her way in. She just used connections and partnerships. Yeah, and then this nine of cups. So, oh, woe is me type of thing. Like she banked on the whole, I'm gonna be a single mother and I'm gonna need this help and I need to protect myself and all of that stuff. So she was definitely playing on people's heartstrings when it came to getting help and getting other people to help her. And she was just like, I'm gonna barge my way in. You see how these people are. But I'm looking at the bone on that card. So she it could be a family thing, a bloodline thing, where she's already related to certain people that have certain connections that could easily help her get in. So it's like I'm looking at this piano. It was like music to her ears when she heard this. I'm also seeing the Three of Cups with the Chariot in reverse. Hold on. Sorry, y'all. That was my mom. But, so, yeah, it happened real quickly, too. But with this Three of Cups, it was possibly this other guy that she was dealing with in the background. Because with the star coming out in reverse, it's like this is all happening on the hush-hush behind closed doors, And whoever this person was, it was like somebody that she had already had a relationship with, a partnership with. And it happened very quickly. They were like, I can help you. Shoot, this person might even help to, move and pack up her stuff and get it out of the ex-husband's house and all that. But either way, he was like, I'm going to, help you to move forward. And this could be a lover, or this could also have to do with family. That's way too many, y'all. That's way too many. Tell me more, though, about how this happened and how this came together with her actually getting this. Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Yeah, so listen, it was all set up. It was all set up and planned. And, it wasn't just no stroke of luck. This was all orchestrated and put together. I'm dropping cards. The Magician. Yeah, this was all alchemized and orchestrated together. It might have even involved some sort of magic. You never know. Or some sort of, manifesting whatever. Oh no, these people might be burning candles and doing things too, but either way, this was something that she wasn't going to be able to do on her own. She got help from a friend or a lover. This was orchestrated. They were like, I got this, we're gonna put this together, we're gonna cook this up, we're gonna get the people, we're gonna get the people to come on. Like she didn't even have to search for these people with this star in reverse. She didn't have to go looking for none of those people to come on her podcast. This is already orchestrated and set up for them to come up there and do this for promotion and for her to put herself out there, right? They wanted to help her to be able to move on from the situation quickly with this Eight of Cups. This is all about her, getting away from her ex-husband and being able to move forward. And whoever this man was like, I got you and I'm going to help you get this done. So, yeah, for entertainment purposes only, it was all orchestrated. Even the people, the guests that she had that came on, this is, somebody that she has a foundation with, like she knows this person really, really well. They party together, they hang out together, everything like that. Possibly someone from her family, but definitely had connections to help her get that done. So yeah, let's see what her true personality is versus how she's normally viewed by the public and how people see her and her perception, and then we'll see how she feels about her perception. So tell me a little bit about Bobbi Althoff's personality, her actual personality. Gym rat, so she's a hard worker, definitely. Yoga pretzel in reverse. Usually it's, overwhelmed, got a lot of different thoughts on her mind, usually going through a lot of inner turmoil, finds a hard time finding some sort of peace. She's always overworking to distract herself from, the things that she, the emotional mess, the emotional turmoil that she's going through. She distracts it by working hard, possibly working out. I'm seeing conspiracy theories. So she kind of lies to herself. She lies to herself. Like, everything's fine. Everything is okay. I'm good. I'm happy. I'm this and that. And really deep down, she's not. But I'm also looking at this conspiracy theorist and I'm seeing those dots being connected. So she definitely takes advantage of her connections. I can't make it up with Deadline Surfer. Life is really like smooth sailing for her because she takes advantage of those connections. She kind of rides, the waves when it comes to her professional life. She definitely rides other people's waves and uses them to get to where she needs to go. But not doing any sort of lacks emotional control, I would say. Overwhelmed mom coming out, in reverse. Lacks emotional control, distracts herself, not focused on, her motherhood duties and the things that she's supposed to be doing in her role as, a family woman, because she's so distracted by just having fun, enjoying, spending time, living life, not taking care of her emotional needs or meeting her children's emotional needs. Definitely distracting herself with work and other stuff like that to not have to handle it. So, ooh, that's interesting. That's her personality. Let's see about how she's viewed, drama queen, by the people around her. How she's viewed by the people around her. Dang, these cards are like, this is just too many, y'all. We'll take influencer, wannabe, drama queen, and Zoom meeting survivor in reverse. So they feel like she's somebody kind of annoying, just to be honest. Like with the Zoom meeting survivor in reverse, it's like, oh, they kind of dread even having to deal with her, especially all of her drama and her BS and the emotions and the crying and the up and down. She's always going through it and always going through something. People be tired of hearing it. Like, yeah, she like a whole gas pill. That's what I just heard in my head. Like, she like a whole gas pill out here. She just be blowing smoke into people's ears. Like, it's always woe is me and this is what I'm going through and I got this problem and I got that problem. She always looking for sympathy. And yes, all she cares about is her social status and, you know, climbing the social ladder and being this influencer wannabe and how she looks to other people, partying, hanging out, going out to eat, fine dining. Like, she just wants some wannabe socialite ass person who just be trying to use people and abuse them and siphon off of them. So a lot of people view her as a user with this human charger. I'm not even gonna lie. They see her as a user. And they feel like she lazy. I mean, not lazy with the serial killer in reverse, but she's stubborn. That's what I meant to say. Not lazy, but she's stubborn, and she's not somebody that's quick to, you know, change her viewpoint or change her thoughts. Like, you really can't talk to this girl. How she feels is how she feel, and that is what it is. It's not going to be really any getting through to her. You might as well just let her do what she want to do, because she's not listening to anyone else's advice. She's following the beat of her own drum. She's going to do whatever it is that she feel like doing. She don't care, you know, what anybody else has to say about her choices and her decision making. She's comfortable with the choices that she has made. So, wow, that's interesting. So how does she feel about, you know, how does she feel about how people view her? Because we see how people view, how does she feel about it? Passive aggressive notes writers, you know, she's salty, she has feelings about it. And she tries to act like, you know, she's brushing it off, like she dusting it off, but really deep down inside it bothers her. It's like a little bit of a weight that she carries on her shoulder that, you know, people don't see her as being authentic, or that people possibly be talking about her. She be wanting to clap back though, for sure. She don't mind clapping back and having something to say back. She feel like a lot of these people, you know, they're nobodies, to be honest, with the cat lady. She like, y'all are nobody knows y'all, nobody seen y'all, so who cares about what y'all have to say? Like, I'm the one that's outside in the, you know, in the spotlight, y'all are inside. Like, she basically saying y'all not on my level. Chronic multitasker in reverse. Oh boy, what is this chronic multitasker in reverse? Grill master, human GPS in reverse, and inbox 00 in reverse. So yeah, she just be tuning it out. She don't even be listening to it. Like I said, she don't care. She follows the beat of her own drum, and human GPS in reverse. She do what she want to do, whether it's dark or something hedonistic, something inappropriate, something nasty. She don't care. She do what she want to do. Cause she, I don't know. I don't like that. Yeah, DIY disaster in reverse. She don't do things by the book. She do things by. She don't follow that Bible. Okay, she be into some darker stuff. All right, she's real sneaky. I'm gonna tell you that. And she don't really care about how nobody feel about it, because she feel like y'all not on her level and y'all not her. And the type of things that she's involved in and the type of lifestyle that she's living, y'all can never do it. Y'all can never live it. Y'all can never be her. Ugh. I don't like her energy. She just thinks she the shit. She thinks she all that in a bag of chips, and that she can't, nothing can be said to her, and that, you know, she don't want to hear what nobody else got to say. She got her own rule book that she follows. Okay, Bobbi. All right, girl, have your own rule book that you follow then, since that's how you feel. Okay. She don't even care about how other people feel about her. So let's talk about, excuse me, how she treats the people around her. I just want to know. How does she actually treat the people that's around her? Like, how does she show up in her life and in her day-to-day and all of that good stuff? Because we know that, you know, she don't really care about how we view her and us thinking that she's an industry plant. A lot of the people feel like she just, you know, uses them and abuses them. And she honestly don't care. She just living her best life doing her thing. So, that's interesting. So, you know, how did she show up? Like, how did she show up? Vampire. I already seen it. Oh my God. Siphoning energy, depleting others for your psychic survival, chronic complaining, and codependency. That's her. She always complaining. Like I said, she always got something going on. It's always woe is me. My life is so bad. That's why she shows up to siphon off of people. I'm trying to figure out what is it that she actually do for the people in her life, and all it is be an energy vampire. Damn, just drain them. Don Juan, always using her seductive qualities to try to get what she wants, trying to use romance and attraction and sex to get what she wanted. Oh my God! And then we got goddess in reverse, bro. She just don't nobody see her as no goddess. And I wanted to say that earlier when I was talking about the men that she be going towards. Like, they don't even be caring. That's why she got to keep finding a new one, because they don't care about nothing she got going on. They see that she's unhealed and that she got problems, and she's insatiable, so they don't care. But it says exploitation of the female nature and form. So that's all she do is exploit and use her body and use her sexual nature to get things and to siphon off of people. All right, and take advantage. Okay, it says pretension to much deeper knowledge than you actually possess, and then she's a know-it-all on top of that. I can't make it up with this dilettante. She's just a freaking annoying know-it-all. Okay, so let's see why she ended the podcast. Why did she end the podcast? What was going on there to make her even want to just stop doing her podcast? Did she feel like she just above that now? She's evolved past that? Being that she done got, I don't even want to say it, but some of these dudes, man, they have done her really, really dirty. So I don't know. Is she just over that phase of her life? Like, what she got going on? Why did she end the podcast? It was a smart move for her. That was the best decision, because it was possibly being about on the verge of harming her. Yeah, listen, King of Hazards and Two of Cups in reverse. It's all these different men that she was getting into these entanglements with. All right, she wasn't making good decisions. She was making bad decisions with this podcast. All right. Like, and whoever, she might have worked with or partnered with to make the podcast, something could have went sour with it, controlling her finances. With the Six of Pentacles in reverse, she's not getting the pay, she's not getting her fair share. Things are just not working out the way she wanted it to. It's not that hot commodity. It's not pulling in a bunch of income. People don't really care about it. All this is doing is she did this impulsively, and all this is doing is attracting men that want to take advantage of her and have sex with her. That's all this is. This is all sexually motivated, and it's not bringing any new foundations for her. Like, this is not sparking any new beginnings for her, creatively, or doing anything good for her. This is only causing more damage to her when it comes to her love life and her relationships and her partnerships and her finances being controlled. All of that. Whoever it is that, she partnered with to make this, it didn't work out. Yeah, she's severing ties. This is just, all this brought her was heartbreak. Pain and heartache and heartbreak. That's all this damn thing this podcast brought her. Yeah, death in reverse. She got a lot of, unhealed things that she knows she needs to deal with, toxicities. And it's like she couldn't, this was only enabling her. This is just another way to enable for her to do bad things and make bad decisions and not be clear-headed and not be clear thought, not be smart and not make the right decisions. And so this was the best move that she could make for herself, was to not allow herself to be controlled with this Knight of Pentacles coming out in reverse, not allow her finances to be tied down, and go somewhere where she would actually be loved and get the support that she received. She's just not getting the support and the love, and this is not helping her anymore. It's only breaking her heart. She don't have the listeners and the viewers and all that. People don't care about Bobbi Althoff's podcast, all right, for entertainment purposes only. So it wasn't really lucrative anymore, and it wasn't really bringing her anything. So that is why she ended the podcast. How did she feel about it? Is she sad about this? How does she feel about having to do this, about having to, the Fool coming out sideways? Yeah, it's a painful thing for her. It's a painful ending. It's not something that she really wanted to have to do. Ten of Cups coming out sideways. She's wondering, like, what's going to be her next venture? Where's she going to go towards next as far as her money? All right. And she's understanding that, she got to make better choices. The Emperor coming out sideways. She's starting to realize that she's being controlled and that certain things are out of her control. She thought that this was simple, that you just become a podcaster and you do this and you do that. No, there's somebody else in control here. Yeah, somebody else is in control here. Seven of Cups in reverse, the High Priestess in reverse, and the King of Cups. And whoever this man is, he don't want to see her. He's very emotional behind her. Very much in his feelings about her, and he wants to control everything about who she deals with, who she talks to. He doesn't like, not being in the know. He's like literally in control of everything when it comes to her finances, her partnerships. But why? What was this? Was there something that she did that she wasn't supposed to do? The Moon in reverse. Yeah, something came to light. So something that's about to come to light about the fact that, you know, there's a lot that she don't know about the partnerships and things being controlled and all of this stuff. She got herself involved in something that she don't really know about, this bloodline. She didn't really know what she was getting herself involved in, and now she about to find out when they come tell her whatever it is that she needs to do next in order for this to happen. All right, so whenever this comes to light, it's gonna be a huge wake up call for her. It's gonna be, you know, she gonna be real stressed and restless behind this, because it's a lot going on behind closed doors that she don't know about when it comes to whether or not they wanna, what they want her to do next, and where they want to see her next, whether they want to keep working on her, and, you know, whether or not she's bringing them the happiness and the peace and the things that, you know, they feel like she needs to bring. Because like I said, the money hasn't been there. All right, she's not financially lucrative right now, so now they're rethinking the partnership. Do we keep working with her, or do we ice her out and, you know, leave her off in the dust somewhere, because she's not bringing us in everything that we was expecting her to bring in before? So that's what the conversation is now, like whether or not, yeah, they turn her world upside down, or not, whether or not they keep working with her, or they light that on fire and destroy that and put an end to that terminate that partnership and that relationship. So her status right now in the industry is pretty much in limbo. So how are these people feeling? How are these people feeling towards Bobbi? Whoever this King of Cups is, how is this King of Cups feeling? What's his personality like, and how is he feeling? He's wearing a mask. He's a shapeshifter. He feel like Bobbi's a beggar. All right, and he don't know whether or not they should be taking the risk on her anymore with this gambler in reverse. He felt like, you know, he took a chance on her. Okay, and now a different side of him is starting to show. Okay, a darker, nastier side of him is starting to show with this shapeshifter here. Okay, it says projecting any image that serves your personal agenda in the moment. All right, and then it says skill at navigating through different levels of consciousness, ability to see the potential in everything. So he's like, I saw potential in her, but now you're just looking like a beggar, and I think this was a mistake. All right, this is a risk that I should not have taken. So they feel like artists in reverse, they feel like they made a mistake, that they can't build no more with her. There's not much more to create and keep, you know, there's not much more ways to grow. They have to figure out, they're trying to come up with new creative ways to even deal with her. Yeah, femme fatale. Like maybe we can market her sexually. It says highlights the erotic energy of the feminine. Okay, it says inappropriate use of sensuality, attachment to money and power. So that's what it is. He was looking at her for the sexual nature of things, but now he's saying, look, I tried to see you as more than just a sexual being and somebody that I could have sex with. I took a risk on you and see if we could build something for you. And you're not turning out to be the creator that you thought you was with this artist in reverse. You're not putting out and creating the things that we wanted. You're not being received in the way that we want. So now he's feeling some type of way, because it's like, girl, you just looking like a beggar now, right? Like you look like you just dependent on me, and you ain't even putting in all the effort. And it says posing as a starving artist to elicit pity, using talent as an excuse to mistreat others. So they feel like, you know, it's at the point where she's not on the same page with them, and, you know, rather than allow her to talk to them crazy or deal with the pity and the sorrow and all this woe is me thing, they'd rather just deal with her bad. They'd rather just not even work with her or possibly cut ties with her. It's a lot of chatter about this, but gossip coming out on the bottom of the deck. They're having talks right now and conversations about whether or not they can keep working with her, whether or not, you know, they need to leave her in the dust, possibly trying to dig up some dirt on her from, you know, her younger days with this child eternal and detective coming out in reverse. And child nature, yeah, listen, it's getting a little dark. I don't want to keep staying into this energy, but they could be, you know, trying to do some dirt digging on her and see what they could do to pretty much strong arm her into changing her image and how she looked. Yeah, and possibly sacrifice her. This is crazy with Marta coming out. I don't want to go any more into any of that. So is there anything else that y'all want to tell me aside from all of that negative stuff? Because I can't believe I just put the deck on Marta. Anything else? Listen, we got house and entity attachment. Yeah, she's attached to somebody that listen, it's not so good. All right, she's always falling in love offer and enamor. Every time somebody give a love offer, she falls for that shit. Now she got a whole attachment. I told you, she's immature. She's childish. She hasn't grown up and matured and handled all the things that she needs to handle as a woman. She's not taking care of her responsibilities. She hasn't done the healing work. Right? She's still, you know, trying to be, in some single, sexy, and successful thing, but she's not. She's not single and sexy and successful. She's not happy. It's not turning out to be, she's going through karma right now. She's very unhappy. She's dealing with the karma behind her choosing to go step outside of her marriage and not do what it is that she was supposed to do, regardless of whether or not if the man did do something that he shouldn't have done. You know, she needed to focus on what she's supposed to be doing as a woman, and she didn't. We don't know whether, I didn't even clarify. I should clarify who stepped out of the marriage first. But either way, all of these different love offers and entanglements and things that she keep getting herself into and attaching herself to, it's a problem. She's insatiable. She can't stop. She basically got like an sex addiction, right? And now, yeah, she's going through some sort of karma. That's what this is. All right, karma is being restored, balance. That's what's happening for her. Is there anything else? Is there anything else? No. Okay, so let's lastly just clarify who stepped out of the marriage first. Was it, Bobbi Althoff's husband, or was it her? And we'll just use red as yes. So tell me, y'all, did she step out of the marriage? Did Bobbi step out of her marriage first? Right. Listen, we got 3 red cards. So the answer is yes. She stepped out of her marriage first, and it just became a marriage full of lust, and it was never something that was built on foundation. She was looking at that man for whatever he could offer her financially as well. Like, and just to confirm, yeah, abandonment. She abandoned her marriage, and I'm pretty sure that she was only with this man for what it is that he could offer her. She was only, dealing with him for what it is that he could bring. Right? What was the reason for her even being in this marriage? Like, I'm pretty sure. Distant future coming out in reverse, commitment and opposition. It's the same cards again with what we was talking about earlier. So yeah, she damaged her marriage and stepped out of her marriage because she was more so not thinking clearly, is what they're saying. She wasn't thinking about the future. She wasn't thinking about the consequences and what could possibly happen. She's very impulsive when it comes to her decision making. But when she only got with him, that was the whole reason. She was only thinking about what she could secure for her future. She was just manipulating him. She was trying to ascend and gain some sort of happiness, light, positivity off of him. Yeah, trying to siphon off his energy, take some of his status and his high honor, that type thing. And it really just didn't work out. But yeah, she was trying to manipulate that man and take advantage of him. And yeah, protection coming out again in reverse on the bottom of the deck. She really did not protect her marriage and stepped out of her relationship. And so that is what ends up causing him to go out of the marriage too and do things. But I do want to know, was this physical for him? We know, well, let's just see for the both of them. Was the cheating that happened physical for Bobbi Althoff? I'm pretty sure it was. Yes, it was definitely physical. Okay, physical and emotional is what they saying. You can't forget that part. There was emotions too with that ace of spade. That's basically the ace of wands, and it was very very sexually motivated. Let me just say that. No, was that the ace of wands? Yeah, I think so. What about him? Was this physical? This cheating that he did, was it in the physical, the husband? I'm seeing no, since we got black. So yeah, he didn't even physically step outside of the marriage. He emotionally cheated, yes. He explored his options, but he never actually stepped outside of the relationship. She did that first, and then I just put the deck on the 8 of Cups. So she did that first, and then he felt like, you know what? If she's walking away and stepping outside of the marriage, then what am I going to be stuck here for? I might as well walk away too and leave, and deal with that. So this karma that she's going through right now is all because she chose to not protect her marriage, not protect her relationship, make childish, impulsive decisions, and do things that she had no business doing, and pretty much damage her family. So yeah, that's what I have. That girl going through karma right now, and she will be for a while. I don't even want to go into the future predictions. We might do another video on her at a future time because I feel like the video is getting too long. So that's what I have for you guys. I love y'all. I hope that you enjoyed it. You got something from it. I'm gonna see you on the next one.